It's not always just kids that are suffering. A lot of adults are now coming into the doctor's office saying that they're suffering with ADHD type symptoms. They're complaining, hey, could I have this? Question is adult onset ADHD, is that something else we got to worry about, or is it just something in disguise?
It's called getting old.
Well, there's that, and then there was actually this new study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry which suggests adult ADHD is rare, and if it's diagnosed, oftentimes it's really more of an underlying mood disorder or maybe a substance abuse disorder. What are your thoughts on that?
If you have ADHD as a child, it's 85% likely to carry into adolescence, 50% likely to carry into adulthood. But what we saw in this one particular study was that in 2,000 people over 18 with ADHD, only 1/3 had ADHD symptoms in childhood. So this raises some questions here. Number one, first question is this true late onset ADHD? Number two, is it just persistent since childhood, but we didn't catch it? Or number three, is this something completely different entirely, some sort of cognitive issue that's not ADHD?
How do you diagnose an adult with ADHD, and how do you diagnose a child with ADHD? Because some children are just a little more active than others. So how do you get a formal diagnosis? As
a medical doctor, I treat ADHD as what's called a diagnosis of exclusion, right? So what that basically means is I want to rule everything else out before you get to ADHD, especially in an adult. Because if you have an adult that can't focus and concentrate all of a sudden, you have to say, wait a second here. Are they having a thyroid problem, a blood sugar issue? Do they have a traumatic brain injury? What's going on here? And in kids, you want to rule out a specific learning disorder, hearing disabilities, sight issues, things like that. So you rule everything medical out. And then you start looking into the psychological components of ADHD. You do it with a lot of questionnaires, and you do it with a lot of collateral information. In an adult, it's a little bit challenging because I can't talk to their pediatrician, I can't talk to their teachers, right? But I still would involve their primary care doctor. I would ask to speak with their wife or spouse, right? Just to get as much information as possible.
Well, and I think the reason that this is salient is because all of us in today's society, I think at times feel like we have some attention deficit problems. It sounds to me like ADHD may be getting overdiagnosed in adults. Is that something we could surmise from this?
100% agreed. I'm with you. It's hard to be an adult, right? You have kids.
It is hard to be an adult.
Should I keep doing my crossword puzzles?
We may just end up calling it ADHD, adult deficit, disorder, because we all have some elements of it. Dr. Spitali, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, guys. Great to see you.
Yeah, I have a number of adult friends who they almost try to get the diagnosis because they do. They want their hands on the stimulants. Let's not kid ourselves. These stimulants, they're stimulants. They are in the same vein. They're very different, but methamphetamine, cocaine, oh, doc gave me a script for them. Yay.